Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome, good to have you. Subscribe, ring the bell to get notified of new content every time it's released. Today's video is a little bit different than what I usually do. I want to share with you my top 10 most loved beauty items. And recently we've all spent a lot of time at home. There are just some things on this list that every time I look at it, it puts a smile on my face immediately. There are other things that have really added to the quality of life at home, and you'll see in a second what that could be. And there are just other things that I'm trying to solve a problem, and that's why I got this item. And it just hits a home run because that's how wonderfully this item works, and I wanted to share that with you guys. And also, July 4th long weekend is coming up. If you're planning to do some shopping, I think we're gonna see some sales. So I thought maybe this list is gonna inspire you or give you some ideas ahead of time. And you've heard a lot of YouTubers say, boy, coming up with a list of top this, top that is really, really difficult. Ranking videos can be really difficult. And yeah, it was really difficult for me as well. That 10th spot, I think by the time I chose the item, there was probably 4 other things that I would have happily also put at the 10th spot or just somewhere along the list. So I think what I'll do is go through the 10 items and then mention the 4 or 3 contenders as honorable mentions at the very end. So in no particular order, I'm just gonna go one by one of every single item that I have on my little table in front of me, but really in no particular order, because if I had to put 1 to 10 from most favorite to least, or from, well, not least, but from, you know, number 10 all the way to number 1 as most favorite, most loved, I don't know that I can do it. They're just so different. If this is a video you guys enjoy, maybe we can do a top 10 with just makeup items, because that would be another fun list to do. Well, the first item I have here is Chantecaille's Future Skin Gel Foundation. This is an oil-free foundation that has skincare in it. Particularly, it helps keep your skin hydrated while you have this foundation on. I was just blown away by how natural this foundation looks. It feels very lightweight, it looks very skin-like, and you can build it all the way to a pretty solid medium coverage. So if you enjoy light foundations or just even light to medium foundation, I think this is a great choice. I have this in Alabaster, which is too light for me during the summer. I'm debating whether I should just get 1 or 2 shades deeper for the summer, but we'll see. This is an Alabaster and it almost fits me to the T in terms of match for the fall and winter. The second item is UBeauty. UBeauty is a resurfacing compound. That's actually the official kind of description they have of the product. There are different types of acids in here that helps exfoliate your skin, and I started using this at the end of December. It has really improved the texture, the brightness, and just the overall complexion of my skin. And any kind of acne or blemishes that I have, I seem to recover faster from it. So I attribute all these good things to UBeauty. I have a full review on this, which I will include above, but definitely check it out. And I do hope they have some special during the July 4th long weekend, because I am running low on this. Next on the list is Sonia G's Sky Face Set. I've had not a lot of face brushes that I'm excited about, and I was really in serious need of an upgrade. And boy, was this the upgrade that I needed. Now I have this very versatile fan brush that you can use for powder and liquid products. You guys have seen me done this multiple times in my videos with this fan brush, and I'll put powder, cream contour. I will happily use this to blend out. So I love the Sky Face Set. The cheek brushes, really, really great. I now just use this Master Face here. Yes, Master Face here to apply all over face setting powder. Really great. And then this mini cheek is great for highlighter. Also really good to put under eye setting powder. I use it for both, right? I'll just do one side as setting powder on my eyes and then the other side as highlighter. So very versatile, just major upgrade to how I do my makeup and the results. Then we have Lafco scents. Now, I know this is not exactly a beauty item, so this is another Lafco candle. It's not exactly a beauty item, but Lafco does make lotions and perfume of their scent. And I'm about to get some lotion in one of the scents that I've discovered and really enjoy, or perfume form. So I figure this is worth to put on the list, also because it has really changed my workspace at home. I'm working from home. I've been doing that for over 3 months now, and it's just been, some days have felt very long because I'm just by myself, sitting at a table. But I've started adding occasionally lighting candles from Lafco, and I really, really enjoy it. It enhances the space. It is relaxing, which is very helpful because sometimes work can get stressful. And what's really great is they've recently even started doing, or at least I've discovered recently, started offering these trio of scents, and where you can go on the website, go through the process of picking 3 scents that you'd like to try for $16 US, and they come in these like miniature kind of tin cans. And you could just light the candle, try, see if you like the scent. Let me see if I can get one open to show you. There's really not much to it. It's just a wick, but you can kind of see the size or how much candle you get from it. And the scents are just very modern. I enjoy very much going onto their website, reading about the description of each scent, because they'll describe a certain room, and there's, you know, a bowl of oranges in the room, and the smell of pancake and syrup. You know, I don't remember if that's actually one of the descriptions, but they kind of describe the scents or the smells you would experience if you were to walk in a room and the room is set up like this. I very much enjoy reading those descriptions, and I might even say I enjoy reading those descriptions as much as I do getting a whiff of their scent. So this one here is Champagne White Grapefruit. This is probably my favorite. It has a tinge of sweetness to it from the grapefruit and also the champagne. But that champagne just adds kind of like a metropolitan feel to it that I really, really enjoy. And then I also have this here, which is just the white grapefruit, and it smells delicious. And when you go in to smell it, you can almost smell the bitterness of grapefruit right at the end. Not that initial scent, but kind of right at the end. It's really, really interesting. So I really enjoy these Lafco scents. In my order of the trio here, I also got a sampler of their lotion in Chamomile Vanilla, and that was just so delicious. I'm gonna definitely get that scent. It's just very calming and also just very modern, very light and clean, but not boring and not simple. So I very much enjoy these scents, and they've, you know, made times at home better. All right, we're back to makeup. The next item that I have here is Natasha Denona's Diamond and Blush Palette. You guys know I've made several videos where this was my blush of choice. These items here, or these products here, all 6 of them, if you combine them, you get this absolutely fabulous, glowing, glistening, just kind of a disco ball-like effect, but in the most pretty way. But you can also use 5 of the 6 products. You don't have to use every single one of them, and you just get just this very exquisite glow. So she is known, Natasha Denona is known for her glow system, her glow products to give you that very flawless, glistening skin. And this is still on sale, available on her website as well as Sephora when I last checked. This is Daria specifically. There's also a counterpart called Citrus. And the shades in citrus is different. I think they're more medium to deeper skin tone friendly, but they also have this really cool citrusy yellow kind of highlighter, which I was very tempted to get, but you know, kind of moved on to other products. But if you're interested, I will include some links below. Definitely check that out. And I don't think for the next thing I need to make big introductions here, but this is Divine Rose 1 from Pat McGrath. I got this in February during the first restock. Beautiful, beautiful eyeshadows. VR Rose Venus, and I think this Iridescent Pink. These two are probably my favorite shades from the palette. And following Divine Rose 1 is going to be naturally Divine Rose 2. Divine Rose 2 was released or was made available at the end of May and was recently restocked. I think it's sold out again, or perhaps the palette in the regular kind of black packaging is still available. I did get the limited edition packaging here. These are the shades, beautiful. This is also the first time that Pat McGrath is featuring a triochrome, which is right here. Looks very, very pink right now, but as I move it and you see it deepen in color, almost to that green, or when it turns kind of golden, that's what you're seeing. You're seeing it reflect these different shades. So cool, so cool. I have a whole video doing look swatches in comparison with Divine Rose 1. I'll link that above and include that below as well. And you guys know I also love Wayne Goss's luxury lip collection. Specifically the color Daisy. This nude pink it goes with any look for my skin tone. And I have light to medium skin tone, but it just goes with any look. It's something smoky, sultry, great. Something very light or bright, good. It just goes so, so well, and I can't get enough of it. I think this would be one of those items that if it was damaged or if I lost it, I would just run out to get it right away. I would not even hesitate or think about, maybe I can try a new color. No, I don't want to try a new color. I want this color. I want this color, and then I'll try a new color on top of that. And not only is it the color that I love, but they also wear very comfortably on the lips. There is transfer, so after a meal or after drinking coffee or having a drink, whatever the case may be, you do need to reapply. But I wouldn't say the transfer is especially bad or transfers a lot unexpectedly. I think it's fairly common for this kind of creamy texture. So I really enjoy these lipsticks, and I also have lip glosses from the same collection. These ones have a light kind of minty scent to it, and it's not overpowering. I actually enjoy minty scent. It could be stronger and I would enjoy it all the same, but I have this in Hyacinth, as well as, I think this is, yes, Tulip and Cherry Blossom. And Cherry Blossom is a lip gloss that I have on today on top of Daisy, another color from the collection. So Daisy is very much kind of making my lips but better in that shade. So I very much enjoy Wayne Goss's lip collection. All right, we're down to the last two items. I have here Oribe's Gold Lust Nourishing Hair Oil. And you guys have been so nice and commenting on the health of this hair and how shiny and whatnot. So I attribute the health of this hair to this hair oil. I also use Oribe's of the same line, Gold Lust shampoo and conditioner. So it's part of the system, and I find that it really helps to keep this color treated hair generally healthy looking, and also to help with tangles. Because it is bleached right here, it tangles really easily, especially after I wash it. I spend probably 4 minutes or so brushing out my hair. And when I dry my hair, if I want the finish to be just sitting really nicely and not tangled up the next morning when I get up, I sit here and do this to dry my hair. And if I get lazy, it's gonna be puffy the next morning and it's gonna get tangled. But adding this hair oil onto damp hair has really helped achieve that, nice result without the puffiness, frizziness, and all of that. And the scent is their classic Côte d'Azur scent. It's really, really light. I smell it on my hair the next day, but just in these fleeting moments, it's nothing really overpowering, and I actually really enjoy the scent. My final item is going to be yet another Natasha Denona item. This is the Lila palette. You guys know I love the Lila palette. I got this palette last fall, and I included it on this list because it was really last fall when I really got into, all these new or different brands of makeup. Prior to that, I had, palettes and brushes and whatnot that I use, but I was really looking to overhaul and kind of jump into makeup as more of a passion and get different kinds of makeup to try, etc. So I did include it on this list, but when we get to the end of the year and we're doing a 2020 recap, anything that I got last fall is not going to be of consideration. So I figure we'll just kind of get that out of the way this time around. So the Lila palette, lots of mauves and taupes, purples, just beautiful, cool tone, warm tones in between, metallics, dual chromes, you name it, mattes that just blend and blend for days. I love it. Love the quality of the shadows here. I think this is such a beautiful, beautiful palette. It's really cohesive, but also different enough to give you interesting looks you can experiment with. I've made several videos with tutorials or demos using this palette here. So Natasha Denona is also coming out with a new palette at the end of this month. It's called the Bronze Palette, and the way that she put together the color story and how she explained it on Instagram just really reminds me of the thought that she had put into this palette as well, because you can pick 4 shades in a quad like this and create a look. You should be able to go across and create a look. You should be able to go, vertically like this and create looks, and diagonally as well. And I just think that's so interesting, very, very user friendly or beginner friendly for such a big palette with, you might see some of these and you're like, I'm not sure how to use these colors, but you can dive right in ahead. I don't think you can really make any mistakes. There you go. These are my 10 items from the past 6 months or half year, plus a few from last fall. And then for honorable mentions, the first one we have is Hourglass's Ambient or Metallic Strobe Ambient Lighting Palette, something of that order. Hold on. It's the Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette of the Ambient family of powders. Beautiful beaming highlights. This was first released in 2017 and was limited edition, and it was gone for a couple years, 3 years, and it came back earlier this year. And it's been such a long time. There's been so many different highlighters that have come out since, and that really beaming highlight look, it isn't quite as popular these days as it was when this came out, but it still has a place. It still has a special place because the formula, the powders are just different. So that is an honorable mention. The other honorable mention is going to be my first Tom Ford quad. This is Honeymoon, and I absolutely love the looks that I can create with this quad. I would say the looks are fairly similar, even though I may be very deliberately skipping a shade or two or applying it differently, but ultimately you get this like really plummy, glistening look from it. And that's okay, that's all right. These are beautiful shadows, beautiful formula. I did try them wet a couple of weeks ago, and the intensity is just wow. I love that it's also wet dry. Very different than what I have in my collection from other brands. So that's why it's an honorable mention. And then the last honorable mention, I'm not gonna go too crazy with honorable mentions just so that I can talk about more makeup. But the last one here is the Pat McGrath Mothership Sublime, and this is Golden Opulence. There is something about this packaging, how it feels, the gold foil of her logo, that I don't know, I just smile every time I see this on my vanity. Here are the shadows. I can't wait till I sit down and get another look out of this palette because after I did a review of it, I didn't go back into this palette. It's been probably a month or so. I can't wait to go back. I think tomorrow we're gonna create a look with this palette because I was very surprised. I was very surprised by how soft and beautiful the looks were, but still that signature pigment intensity you get from Pat McGrath shadows, they're just beautiful. So yeah, well that is it. Those are all the honorable mentions, and that is my top 10 list. If you have some of these items and you also really enjoy them, share with me below why that is, or if you're looking to try some of these yourself, I'd love to hear about it as well. I hope you guys are having a great week. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.